I'm just ready to go to Florida now. Dad, David and I have had to go to extreme measures to make sure that this is 100% focus.
Here we go. Ready. Ready.
Delicious.
Florida resident Reddit, you have the best content in YouTube.
Dinosaur.
Prepare your butt cheeks.
Fantastic! As you can see, very emotional, very difficult, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it, and we're gonna have a great time together. One thought here: the moving to Florida, the fact that we're driving now to Florida, that part hasn't hit me. The idea that I'm driving to Florida now is it's not clicking yet. Now we're in 45 minutes into the drive to Florida. Everyone's in great spirits. Still extremely difficult for me. Extremely difficult. This is tough, but I'm happy that David's with me especially. Time is now 11:04 in the evening. We are making our way now through Richmond, Virginia, which is a place that I've been to before. I've driven down here once or twice, Norfolk and a few other places around, but definitely not a common spot for me to drive to and through. We still got 10 hours plus on the schedule, but exciting times. David, excited?
I'm very excited.
What do we got? Time is now 12:06 in the morning. We've got just over 9 hours to go on this adventure. We are on 95 now, which is a road that stretches on and on and on and on for a long, long time. So it said when we started at 790 some miles on 95, just 2 lanes forever. And so we're on it now, keeping each other awake with caffeinated beverages and chatting about Disney. GPS says we'll be there at close to 9:30 in the morning, which I don't think we're gonna make that time because we gotta make several stops for gas and food breaks. But the fact that we can get there that early is definitely nice. It's definitely nice. It's definitely nice. On a side note, Michelle and Mom called to say goodnight and wish us well. I do want to mention how much I'm very, very, very hopeful that we will all be living in Florida in the future. I really am hopeful that the whole family will be living in Florida in the future together. That, to me, is my hope and dream.
That one didn't age quite so well.
At this point, even knowing that I'm driving toward what I've been dreaming about for years, that's a big dream of mine, even as I make my way there. Getting tired, David?
Me?
Yeah.
No. You?
Nope. Wide awake. Wide awake. The time is now 1:16 in the morning. We've got about 624 miles to go to Florida. Very excited about it. You may have noticed I am full of energy, and it's because of this Starbucks double shot mocha. Whatever's in this has... I've never had one before. Probably means that I have like no immunity to whatever the effects are, but I'm just ready to go to Florida now. So no sleepiness, because safety is key. So couldn't be more attentive to the safety at the moment, but very excited about all things to come. 1:16 in the morning, off we go. The time is now 3:05 in the morning. David and I feeling enthusiastic, right, Dave?
Oh yes.
About the adventure. Probably have another rest stop here in just a moment. It's 494 miles to go. Been a nice, quiet drive. I'm staying awake with that caffeine and conversation with Dave, and it's a long drive. It's a very long drive, but the thoughts in my head are really keeping me awake here. And just the continuous thoughts of I'm happy and I'm sad and I'm excited and nervous and so many thoughts. Missing an entire night's sleep, but those thoughts of talking to my brother keep me awake. The feelings, it's such a mix. It's such a mix, and I thought it would be so much clearer of happiness and joy and excitement, but it is a mix because I'm already missing my sister tremendously. Mom too, of course, the whole family. Yeah, there's a mix. There's a mix, but happy.
Sure, Jan.
Happy, but excited, but still sadness about some things. But very confident. The whole family will be in Florida soon. That's my hope. That's my true hope.
That one didn't age quite so well.
I can feel the tiredness a little bit, but David is not letting me act on that at all. We're having caffeinated beverages and chatting about all the fun we're going to have. Long journey, but it's going to be well worth it. It's funny, we went to a Wendy's and Dairy Queen and Dunkin' Donuts Express. This looks the exact same as the one we stopped at earlier. So we all thought we had, gone to the same place, but it wasn't. A drive like this is, easy to think about, but actually experiencing it, I remember this from childhood and how it's, bumpy and you're feeling every bump of the road, and it's just a long, long drive. But water helps, and hopefully some food will help too from Wendy's. Welcome to Georgia! Georgia on my mind. 4 hours left. Oh gosh, okay. Whew. Okay. Now I've been awake for 23 and a half hours straight. And I think it's the longest I've been awake. And it's tough because, you're doing everything in your power to make sure that there's no sleepiness at all, because safety is the most important part.
Well, safety is number one priority.
And if I thought there was a safety issue even for a moment, I would stop, get a hotel immediately. But so far, I'm actually doing pretty well. Gotten a lot of those espresso drinks. Feeling good, feeling good.
Sure, Jan.
You know, staying energized. Safety is the key. That's the most important part, safety. Time is now 8:10 in the morning on Saturday, 234 miles to go to our destination. We're about to leave Georgia and enter the state of Florida. You know, David and I have to stop and take a photo with that Welcome to Florida sign. As new Florida residents, I think it's a mandatory thing.
Definitely.
Mandatory. What has this been? I've lost track. Maybe, I think 4? I think this is 4. 4 right at the end of Georgia. It's probably going to be our last stop. David and I were just talking about how we are now 20 miles away from the border to Florida. And to me, this feels right now like a mini vacation. I feel, my brain says, okay, we're just driving down there, we're gonna have some fun, then we're gonna go drive back. And I think that's kind of like the instinctive want to be safe and have that safety net. David, what do you think about that? And how long do you think it will take before I say to myself, you know what, I love living here, it's the best ever, and I feel like the nerves kind of calm down?
Yes, I think that's totally normal, right? People are generally resistant to change or don't love change, even though it's something that you want so much and it's somewhere you want to be so much. It's so hard to accept the change in reality, and you're so used to those old habits that it just takes a while to accept, to really appreciate and understand your new reality. How long do I think until it settles and you're really excited for it? I think in a couple of weeks you'll be saying, this is fantastic, I love this new routine, this new setup, and you're going to be so glad you are here.
I'm gonna help you do that. I'm gonna help you do that. So hopefully we'll see in a few weeks, but even as I get close to the Florida border, it's still nerve-wracking. I heard free OJ. Oh my gosh, there it is. There it is. Welcome to Florida. Oh my God. We are officially in Florida. We just crossed the state line. Palm trees everywhere to greet us. Welcome Center is about, I think, 4 to 5 miles that direction. Let's go say hi. You know you're in Florida when it's raining when you arrive. Welcome to Florida, dude.
Welcome to Florida.
The Florida Visitor Center and my Sun Pass, which is like an easy pass for your car. Thank you.
Do orange.
As well, please. Thanks, Tammy. Thanks, Tammy. Does it feel real yet?
It does.
It does to you.
It's starting to feel real.
To you.
It's starting to feel real.
It's starting to feel real. Okay. It's getting there. It'll get there for me. One quick, very important note that I do want to mention right now. Make sure that if you decide to do a drive like this, it takes 12, 14, 16 hours, I would highly recommend not doing what we did, which was to go to sleep one day, have an entire day of moving, and then try to drive it. Because it's too much. It is too much for one day. And excuse me if I sound a little bit off, because I am very tired, and this is the way to stay awake. So we're not, David's helping me with that too. I recommend, and this is what we're gonna do next time, right there. We're gonna go to sleep one night, wake up the next morning, and then go with the traffic in the morning. That's the way to do it, so that you arrive at your destination safely. We're still going to arrive safely, absolutely. But you can tell I'm a little bit, tired, very tired. So the key here is to make sure that you are totally set to go with the drive, make sure everybody's safe. And we are safe right now, but that's a lesson learned for the future, David. All right, so in the future, long drives like that, morning, after a good night's sleep.
Sounds good.
All right. David and I have had to go to extreme measures to make sure that this is 100% focused. 100% focused. Make sure, prioritize safety. Enough sleep to make sure that it's a very safe, comfortable ride for everyone. We made it safely though. Lesson learned. This is so that everything's super safe. And then we'll be doing some things around the apartment for the weekend, a few days, and then the magic begins because we're here and it's an unreal feeling. I'll feel it more when I wake up tomorrow. Until next time, have a magical day. I got it.